Autumn, that time of the year when the days begin to shorten and the green landscape turns to a rusty bronze orange gold. The weather can certainly be mixed, and this evening we've got my favourite weather conditions for photography, sunshine and showers. You joined me at Bristol, where I finally found a scene I was hoping to photograph a year ago. However, the image I planned on taking wasn't possible, and as the rain began to fall, I set about looking for something new to photograph. However, that was a challenge with time not on my side. I focused on looking for a scene I could photograph, where I would have Levertor as my main subject and autumnal colours featuring in the foreground. However, shortly after walking a few steps further here, a roe deer popped its head up no shorter than 10 metres away, but before I could get my zoom lens out, it had disappeared within the woodland. A gutting feeling, as for sure I would have got some great photos, but with the sunset looming, I made the decision to leave this location and head up to Sheep's Tor. As I made my way up the rocky path, I stopped to grab my first image of the evening. There was a really nice scene looking up towards Levertor and Shabtor as they were backdropped by the grey conditions as a low cloud began to arrive over the moorland. Heading through the last gate before the open moorland, and with Sheep's Tor only a small uphill climb to go, I decided to make a short pit stop as the rain began to return and swirl around the landscape. In these weather conditions, I always remind myself of the saying, there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. But before long, the shower passed and I was on my way again. This was my first time using this path to head up to Sheep's Tor, and it's certainly now one of my favourites. Well, what a journey we've had so far this evening, up here on Dartmoor. It's been really different. The plans I had, of course, for the start of the video, completely evaporated, let's say. And then of course, the moment with the roe deer that I missed, that was a bit gutting. But I had a really nice walk up through the woodland. It was raining, it was really atmospheric, really nice. I've come up now to Sheep's Tor. Had a brief, really nice moment with a pony as well. Me personally, I don't like to touch the ponies or aggravate them, as of course this is their home. But for the first time, I was actually taking a photo of one with a really nice landscape out the back. And it just came over towards me and said a quick hello. So that was a really nice moment. And I think I've got another one here now with the dramatic Dartmoor landscape. That way we have Levertor, Sharpie Tor, Great Miss Tor is somewhere over this way. Oh, my hair's a mess. I'm gonna need a haircut soon. yeah, Princetown, Great Mistletoe is behind there in the lower hanging cloud. We've also got some, it must be a bit of mist evaporating out of the pine trees there, which is really nice. So the camera is all set up nicely. Gonna get a few nice photos before the sun sets. So let's get started. Whew. Just starting to get a bit cold out here on Dartmoor, so hats going on, gloves as well, before I get into the photo I'm taking. Really cool out here this evening actually. Of course, it's my favourite weather conditions to take photos in. More of the case of though, of the maybe the less positive side of it, with the dark clouds and more rain than sunshine, let's say. There we go. What do we have then? We have lever tool here, Sharpie tool there. Mainly, of course, for today's video, I'm trying to capture the autumnal colours. Now we have some slightly around the trees there, but of course there's actually loads of it across the landscape. But I think where those trees are, it's almost like a little curve in the landscape, separated by the pine trees just below lever tool there, pine trees, and then the little curve of autumnal colours in the trees. I'm going to be using the built-in ND filter, just going to capture a nice slow image, hopefully picking up a bit of movement in the clouds, but also as we have some of these mist patches as well being developed, I might get a nice image there. Fingers crossed, there we go. Gloves are a bit thick for doing that. Yeah, well, I'm going to take this one, see what else I can find. Yeah, hope you like this photo. So I think I found another nice composition, similar to the last one, but I'm just shooting a bit wider. Now we're gonna have some interesting developments with my scene, because from that way, from the west, we're gonna have some light rain pushing in. Now towards Princetown, there was actually a rain shower passing over there, which is why we have the low cloud. Now potentially that's gonna pass, and as we have the rain coming in from this direction, we're going to have it over the scene, and we might just have Princetown, potentially Great Mistletoe visible as well. Well, I hope you heard that owl. It's all just starting to get a bit spooky up here on Dartmoor this evening. That rain has begun to arrive, creating a really cool scene over the trees, the pine trees that I was talking about just a moment ago. I'm photographing a similar scene, probably just a different focal length, but still with that main idea of capturing this time the mood that the rain is creating and the gloomy skies. It's really, really nice. So I've just shot my last image at a 15-second exposure, f9, ISO 250, utilising the built-in ND filter. I think I was using ND16, and it's really, really atmospheric. This is what I love about Dartmoor, because of course you have the changing weather, but some really nice scenes that can be created with the weather. I'll try and get another one. Yeah, that's really cool. By using the slow shutter speed, it's just I'm not sure how to explain it, but it does look really, really good. It's just capturing that a bit of spookiness, I guess I could say. It's really cool. I've got to try and get another one here. So I hope you like those photos. Really spooky. I hope you'll be able to tell that by the image. Now I'm just thinking there'll be one more image this evening, and it's this way, and it's exactly where the rain is heading. So I've got to be quick, I've got to grab this photo, and then I'll say my goodbye for this evening. Yeah, really, really cool so far. Right, let's go. Well, that was a really nice little square crop to finish this evening's somewhat photography adventure off. Now I hope you've enjoyed just the start of this video, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get back out here when we still have the autumnal colours and hopefully have a really nice sunset, and then of course let me just go like that. There we go. Some really nice sunshine portrayed over the landscape and the compositions that I've just been taking. I think that would be a really nice way not to just end the video, but to get some more nice photos as well. And for now, I hope you've enjoyed the start of the video, and I'll see you, fingers crossed, once again sometime soon back here to get some more landscape photography photos here on Dartmoor. Good morning everyone. I've decided instead of coming back out here for sunset, I thought why not come out here for a really nice sunrise. And I'll tell you what a view out the back. And we also, instead of rain, we have switched that for some really cool low hanging mist across the moorland. What a morning, it is fantastic. I've just been firing through a few nice photos, just trying to capture the landscape waking up. So I've got some really nice images there, which I'll show you in just a second. But for the end part of the video, it's going to be really nice. You know, I'm just going to have a nice walk around the reservoir, trying to capture some nice autumnal images. Hopefully, once you can actually see the autumnal colours compared to the last few you've seen. I had a interesting walk up this morning in the dark. Now I had a pair of reflecting eyes from the light on my head torch, and it was in fact the roe deer, funnily enough, and I might have got a nice picture of it blending into the moody landscape. I'm not too sure. Yeah, if it come out well you'll be able to see it now, but of course I should have shown you the clip of it looking at me. So a nice morning staring contest to start the day. But yeah, this mist should hopefully, fingers crossed, once again, hang around until the sunrise, which is in 15 minutes. There should be some awesome sunshine portrayed on the landscape. It's gonna be awesome. So, you know, I'm ready to get started. I hope you like these few photos, and I'll see you in a second with whatever photography opportunity arises. Being really happy with the photos I had already taken, I took the opportunity to head around to the opposite side of Sheep's Tor, as I had a feeling there may be some great compositions to find. As the sun began to rise and cast a really nice warm orange glow across the landscape, I was very happy to feel that the wind had also dropped, and I was greeted with reflections on the reservoir and down into the valley where low mist was hanging above the trees. I'll be honest, I felt in a bit of a rush to take these photos, as I knew I had to be quick because I wanted to head back to where I'd started the morning's photography when the sunlight was still fresh on the landscape. So I got underway with fine tuning my compositions to get these fantastic photos. I hope you like them. Right, I'm back from my little adventure to the other side of Sheep's Tor. I've just been really enjoying myself, getting a nice variety of photos. It's been a bit chaotic, but it's been good fun. And now, as I've come back to where I've been taking this main photo throughout the video, we have the really cool sunshine portrayed on the landscape. And what I've actually done is I've put on a polarizing filter. I've got myself a nice polarizing filter. And what I'm going to be doing is taking the main angle from the previous few photos I've been taking. But this polarizing filter is just going to help out bring out the contrast of the autumnal colours, and there is still a bit of mist in the atmosphere. Probably going to shoot at f9, got to get some cracking depth of field with the autumnal trees in the foreground, all the way out to Great Mist Tor, which is now visible, of course, with the Princetown mast as well. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Going to show you this variety of photos. It's absolutely awesome. Then I think I'll take one more to show you, and then it's time to crack on with the day to see what other autumnal photos we can get here at Burrator. Yeah, awesome. I hope you like these photos. Right, so I think our time up here at Sheep's Tor this morning has now come to an end. I have just been trying to find another photo to talk you through for up here this morning, but I think I've pretty much already taken what there is to find. What I've been trying to search for is an autumnal tree with the bronze orange colours, and then just like a bit of green or pine tree behind it, just trying to separate the orange bronze colour and the green as well, but not to find anything from up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back down towards where I've walked up this morning, where the roe deer was, and essentially I'm hopefully going to cross paths with it again, fingers crossed. And I think that's a really nice scene down in the woodland there, and I wasn't planning on taking any woodland shots in this video, but I think I might just take that one there if it's looking good. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the video. It's a bit chaotic, just trying to get as many nice photos as I can. Yeah, really nice. So back up here, head down and see what we find there. Okay, so I've made it down here now to the little woodland location I spotted from up at Sheep's Tor. No sign of the roe deer on the way down. I was keeping nice and quiet, but no sign of it yet. I might even see it on the way back down the track. But for the moment, I have grabbed some nice little woodland photos. Now, I'm not too confident in presenting what I can see and I'm taking photos of when I'm in the woodlands. So what I'll do is I'll show you the photos in a second and I'll voice over them for you. But for now, what my plan is I'm gonna head down to where I saw the roe deer at the start of the video, hopefully see them there, might even find some nice autumnal photos. And then I'm gonna make my way towards the dam at Burrator, but just beforehand, where I'm hopefully gonna make a nice hot chocolate, maybe grab a nice photo of the reflections on the reservoir itself. But yeah, it's a lovely morning, the birds have been singing, yeah. So I hope you like these photos and I'll see you somewhere at the reservoir in a second. Well, in the end, I managed to come away with one really nice woodland image to show you. What I really like about this photo is the autumnal leaves lit up by the rising sun and therefore casting a really nice golden feel throughout the scene. In my editing process, I actually increased the temperature from what it was originally. This is because when I bring out the shadows, there was a very cool feel to the scene. By increasing it ever so slightly, it helped portray a really nice autumnal feel throughout the scene and produced an overall warmer image. Perfect for the time of year and the scene. With the morning's photography now complete, I set about finding a nice spot to sit down and make a nice hot chocolate. However, what I didn't realise is that I had used up all of my available time, and that's down to enjoying myself and getting lost in the photography. It was a great morning to be out on Dartmoor, and as you'll be able to see, I certainly wasn't the only one enjoying it. It would then be a few weeks later when I would return back to a very chilly Dartmoor and to Burrator Reservoir to get that hot chocolate made. Right then, so my hot water is boiling nicely away on what is going to be just a really nice way to end the video. I could have done it elsewhere, I could have done it in the studio at home, but I thought it would just be perfect to come back here, finally get myself the hot chocolate going. A little fish just breaking the surface there, that was nice. And it is a lot more chillier than it was the last time I was out on that brilliant morning which you just watched. But yeah, temperature's completely dropped. We've had a bit of snow out here on Dartmoor the past few days. Give me a second. I'm being very cheeky here. There's a bit left over. It's more ice now, but yeah, that is quite cool that we've got a bit of snow. Here we go. Just gonna stick to my gloves now. But yeah, this is just gonna be a nice way to end the video. Nice hot chocolate to finish off. Maybe grab a few photos, not sure yet. And actually saying that, where I was planning to go, I couldn't go because the water level has completely risen. It's now at full capacity with it now going over the dam as well. So yeah, this will hopefully be done soon, and I'll speak a bit more in a minute. Here we go then. Hot chocolate, all done. Hot, but fantastic. The cow agrees as well. What a lovely evening. There's just a bit of mist flowing over the top of the water. Yeah, really nice. What a great way to end the video. And a perfect view to have a hot chocolate. I seem to have most of the best hot chocolates out here on Dartmoor. And it's pretty clear to see why, I'll tell you that. But yeah, right, it's starting to get dark, the sun has set, and I'm gonna crack on for this hot chocolate. But I'd just like to say a massive, massive thank you for watching the video. It's been slightly different to what I'd usually make, but I've had some great fun making it and putting it all together with the editing process as well. Got some fantastic photos. Let me try and think of my favourite. The one I really liked was with Great Mist Tool and the little bit of mist in the trees. That one was a really nice photo. I think they're all quite nice. You know, I don't usually come out and photograph autumn, but I think, seeing as I wouldn't usually do it, I got some great photos, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. It's been a cracker. Hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, awesome. See you soon.